Hello, music lovers and conversationalists. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm excited to share with you another episode of Friday First. This is episode 2, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my thoughts on the debut album of one of my favorite bands, one of the first bands that I really fell in love with, and I've been collecting their stuff for years, pretty much since high school, and that is none other than The Doors and their debut album. This is one of four, I believe, copies that I have total. This one here is has got the gold record award here. Zoom in on that for you. And this has the green lettering, and I also have one that's a mono copy, and it has the, I think they call it Galaxy Gold. And if anyone can uh, explain or give some detail on the two uh, copies here, the gold and the green, um, give a little more detail on that. I haven't really found a solid answer as to what the significance is. Maybe it's got to do with the time it was released, different pressings, or if one is more, say, one is for mono and one is for stereo. I'm not sure. There are a ton of different answers on line, obviously, and none seem to satisfy me. So um, I would appreciate any feedback on that if anyone knows that. But without any further delay, today's album, as you know, is the Doors' debut album. Um, this one is my favorite album of the Doors. It's got so much going for it. It was originally released in um, January of '67 on Elektra Records. This album has so many great tunes on it, some excellent covers, if you will, that I'll get into. The album reached number 2 on this Billboards and stayed there for 2 consecutive weeks, I think it was, and it was only blocked from the number 1 spot from the Beatles and their release of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band in late May of '67, and I'm sure it was a fun to seeing the competition between those two albums and others that came out in '67, such as the debut for the Jimi Hendrix Experience with Are You Experienced, and later in the year you had Cream offering up Disraeli Gears. So anyone that knows anything about music, the year '67, not just the summer of '67, but '67 was a great year for music in general, and the Doors really hit the ground running with this album. The first single off of the album was, and this is in the what I put it in for this particular episode, I'm calling the heavy hitters of the album. And as I just said, the first single was released on the same day the album was released, which was January 4th of '67, and that was Break On Through. And when you hear John Densmore's unmistakable intro, you know that it's the Doors, and you'd have to be living in a cave not to know, without any electricity or any sound system within miles, to not know that famous intro that they have, courtesy of John Densmore, with the opening riff there. Um, the next song, obviously, the song that put them on the map, Light My Fire, which is a Krieger tune. Um, and this one just really set the world on fire for them. And as they say, the rest was history. Um, of course, when I started listening to this album originally way back in high school, it was a song that I really liked. But over time, like a lot of us, you either grow tired of the song. Not that I grew tired of it, but um, it's one that got replaced or pushed down the line, if you will, for favorites that have come and gone. And it's still one that is more of a sentimental song favorite of mine than anything else. And of course, you have the song that wraps up the album that, and I'm sure I'm not alone when I say this is a tune that you don't go into listening to if you're a faint for the it's not for the faint of heart if you hearts if you will. This song is just a chilling number that thrills you, keeps you on the edge of your seat from beginning to end. It's a thrill ride and an adrenaline rush, all wrapped in one bundle, and it is of course the end. And no matter how many times I hear it, I always hear something different, and it's just a real spooky, creepy song, and it's just one that leaves you breathless at the end of it, and that's really all I can say about that song. It's just an outstanding tune of Morrison's penmanship, and well, not penmanship, I should say, but his poetic mind. It's on full display, and the band is just gelling and really setting the bar for their songs to come, and that's what I have for the three heavy hitters of the album. And as I said, this album would reach the number 2 spot on the billboards, and only to be blocked by Sgt. Pepper, which how can you argue that it? How can you argue against that? But I mean, it is what it is, as they say. The three songs that I have are some surprises, I think, for some people that are my favorites off of here. But before I reveal those, I have a couple of runners up here. And for today's segment on this series, the runner up for the Doors debut album, the first song is the Alabama song, the Whiskey Bar song that we all know and love. Originally a poem written by, I think his name is Brecht, Bertolt Brecht, and I know I just botched that. It was written in 1925, and then a couple of years later, music was added to it by a gentleman by the name of Kurt Weill, I believe it's Weill, who wanted to use the poem as a song in a play or a musical, if you will. And then the Doors pretty much kept it to true to form with the song when they recorded it, and it's just a fun song. And I revisited the David Bowie version of it, and still not a fan of the David Bowie version of it. I don't know if he was trying to mock or mimic or imitate the Doors and Jim's vocals on it, but still an interesting take on it, and it's always fun to hear someone else do a song that an artist or band is known for, and someone else covers it, and you may like the cover better, or you may not, and in this case, I don't like the other version better. Bowie's version is a far second to the Doors cover. And this next runner-up was a tough one to leave out of the top 3 favorite songs, and that is Crystal Ship. it's a great song. Definitely a trippy, sleepy number, almost hypnotic in a way, and one that I definitely won't hit the forward button on when listening to it. And it's just a very uh, cool song with lots going on, and just a great haunting display of Morrison's vocals. And this next one is one that I can see why they put it on here. They wanted to get people who are probably more into the pop genre, if you will, of the day, and that is 20th Century Fox. It's definitely a song that's more upbeat than what you would expect, and it's just one that's a fun tune, a filler, I call it, on the album, and it's one that and you don't get sick of it, but at the same time, you're not one that, at least from my own listening, I'm not one that will say, "Oh, I really can't wait to listen to this particular song," but it still has something to offer. And now for the three songs that I think are that are my favorite and the best on the album are in coming in at number 3 is the classic blues tune by the legendary Willie Dixon, who wrote the song, and of course the artist who recorded it, also another legend, Howlin' Wolf, recorded on Chess Records. What a great blues tune, and right there you can see the Doors are paying tribute to blues legends, and you can hear them becoming more of a blues / blues rock type band as they get towards Morrison Hotel and of course LA Woman. Coming in at number 2, this song is one that was going back and forth with Crystal Ship for the second favorite, and it was a real tough call. And before I decided on this, I gave it some thought, listened to it a couple of different times, and I had to go with End of the Night as my second favorite on here. And this is nothing against Crystal Ship. I still think Crystal Ship is one of their best songs of all time. Would definitely be in the top 10. And I just think that what sold me on this is Krieger's slide guitar. And it's just a supernatural vibe that he's giving off with the slide guitar. And it's a spine-tingling number that really has the hairs on my arms standing up whenever I listen to it, and that's why I put End of the Night as my second favorite. Now for the favorite song off of the album, and this one is one that's got some of the best keyboard riffs and licks and grooves going on and the melody is awesome, courtesy of Ray, and it is Soul Kitchen. Soul Kitchen is my all-time favorite Doors song. It's just, in my mind, it's the perfect Doors song. That opening intro that Ray does is it just blows my mind every time I hear it. It's mesmerizing, and it's just a great song to listen to, and the lyrics are awesome. Robbie and John really sound good on it, and the band just sounds like they're having a great time with this song. So before I wrap up today, once again, I have a copy of this on mono, Um, the record is very clean. And also, I have this on stereo. A lot more defined record ring there. This one has the green lettering and the $1 million gold seal there. A million copy seal there. I don't know why I said $1 million, but probably thinking of Powerball and whatnot. And also another nice clean copy. And also I have a copy of the Doors 50th anniversary special release that came out with the mono in stereo versions. This is on, I believe Rhino Records did this. Yes, Rhino. And I'll show you the actual. This is the hype sticker. And I'm not going to take this out of the packaging, but only because the CDs, the way that they're in there, they make it difficult to get out. And I'll show you the gatefold, if you will. Nice band photo up there. And last but not least, I just picked this up from the framer about a month ago. Not a month ago, I don't know what I'm thinking. A week ago. And it is a signed copy of the album cover with Robbie Krieger's signature there. Get it in the light a little better. This is a beautiful frame. Really sturdy, as you can see. Very thick. Nice black finish. And there's Robbie's signature. And also, I have a signed copy of Robbie's signature on the LA Woman album. And also I got this framed at the same place, Mingo Gallery and Custom Framing in Beverly, Massachusetts. They do a fantastic job on all the framings, all the stuff that I've framed. And I think what I'll do at some point is do a video of my signed albums. And I got to see Robbie Krieger play in Shirley, Massachusetts at Bull Run back in 2017, I think it was. 2019, somewhere around there. And had front row seats, and at the end of the show I got him to sign those two album covers. Thank you for sticking with me. I hope you stayed with me to the end of this. I apologize for going a little long on this one, but I've been wanting to show you those Doors signed album covers, and I'm happy that I got them from the framer last week. So thank you again for watching, and I hope you're enjoying this series, and I will catch you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.